Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't already know, my name is Josh Beltran, and today is day 2 of the 30-day video challenge. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and click that bell to be notified when on my next upload. Thanks. So today we're going to talk about my journey on affiliate marketing. So growing up, I always had this belief that in order to be successful, you'd have to land a job and work your way up to the top and get promoted, or go to college and get a degree and land a career. I was never the brightest in class. I always got in trouble. I even got sent to a continuation school and didn't even graduate. So I was stuck. I really didn't know what to do with my life back then. And so about a month before senior year was over, I got a pamphlet from my teacher with some kind of like career ideas. And one of the ideas on there was barbering, cosmetology. So I figured that might be something that I could achieve, that I can accomplish, and so I signed up for beauty college. And in California, to obtain a barber license, it takes 1,500 hours of schooling. So it took me about a year and 3 months. And then once you're done with that, there is a final exam called the state board exam. And in doing so, half of it is a written 50 question test, and then the next half is a hands-on test where you actually do work on a model that you bring in with you. It's about like a haircut and shave and styling, and then the second half of that part is simulation of chemical applications on like a doll head. Now, after all that time in school, I had some fun, made some great memories and friends. I even had a vision of one day owning and opening my own shop, but I never made it past the final test. I did, however, get my certificate of completion and the knowledge that I took away from schooling on how to cut hair. So along the years, I bounced from shop to shop. I was working under the table as an unlicensed barber, which was a bit risky, quite risky actually. I'm putting myself at risk and the shop and its owner, and working, day after day after a certain amount of hour, after a certain time of the day, and always having to keep an eye out for somebody that may look like they work for the state, and it wasn't really fun. At the same time, I was going to school for film production under a class that would umbrella all the crafts within the industry, everything from lighting, grip work, cameras, propping, costuming, and stage technician. So I ended up going the stagehand route, and I got to work at a lot of famous venues in the LA Hollywood area, like the Hollywood Palladium, the Forum, the Shrine Auditorium, even the Hollywood Bowl, which is probably one of my favorite places to work at. And then I even got to do big shows like the Grammys at the Staples Center, which is really cool because I got to go in the backstage areas where like the Laker locker room is, and the backstage parking lots where a lot of WWE fights have gone down, and even on the Laker floor where a lot of championships have been won. And it was so amazing getting able to look up and out into the stands and see the banners and the jerseys, retired jerseys hung up. It was a really special moment. So while this was going on, I knew I had to have a plan B, and I had to do something where I can work from home, and that something was an internet business. Now, all throughout the time I was in high school, and even beauty college, and even during working as a stage tech, I was dabbling in some internet courses in my free time. And some from way back in the day that some of you might be familiar with, like Dave Wood and Dave Sharp and their Empower Network. And one of their students that grew up and blew up from there, Vic Streetshouse. He was cool. I liked the way he taught, but a lot of the programs I never really got to finish because it was just, there was some element there that either on my end or a financial end, and it was troubling to be able to do, especially with the time and stuff that I had. I started doing everything from drop shipping to phone flipping to even tax sale overages, but little by little things were piling up, certain factors were piling up, products were running out of stock and they were coming from China. The phone flipping, however, was different, but I liked it, but it just ended up having too much of an overhead cost to be able to stay in business, and then having to do with eBay. Well, one of the platforms that you would sell on would be eBay, and then the fees and bills just piled up on that, and I was pretty much selling phones just to stay current with my bill and barely profiting, and it wasn't really worth it. If I had stuck around, I would have just been digging myself into a deeper hole. So after all that, I wanted to get back into affiliate marketing because after everything, it led to being the method that made the most sense. Selling a product that you don't have to own and you can make a commission, and at times it could even be residual, and you could be getting paid month in and month out for something you only had to sell once. And then the high ticket affiliate comes in, high ticket products come in, where it takes just as much effort to sell something for $50 as it does to sell something for $500. And so that's what made more sense to me. And if you check out the link below, you can follow the course that I've been following on how to make 6 figures a month. So I want to thank you for sticking around and listening to my story. If you like my content and want to hear more, smash that subscribe button and click that bell to be notified on my next upload. That was day 2. 28 more to go. Let's get it. Thanks, YouTube.